Dr. John Maxwell said that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I remember him telling me this 21 years ago, right? When I stepped into his world, I was at a point in my life where I wanted more out of life. I had been working for corporate America for 13 years. And the last 2 years of that, there's something inside of me brewing. Like I was meant for more. I was meant to achieve more. I was meant to do something different. But it took me literally 2 years to kind of take action, right? And one of the very first leaders that I really followed was Dr. John Maxwell. I picked one of his books up, his 21-year Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and I read it, right? And one of the quotes that was in there, it says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Because here's the thing, we want to convert. Without a doubt, we want to convert, right? But we got to show that we care. Empathy is your superpower, right? Is your superpower. And the more you care, the more you connect. And the more you care, the more people they'll consume. And the more you care, the more you will convert, the more that they will say yes to you, right? Before people buy your offer, they buy you, right? They buy you. So this December 3rd will be my 20th year anniversary as an entrepreneur. I started my business December 3rd, 2005. This, what I'm going to be sharing with you too, as well, this framework also has generated us. We've exceeded 100K months consistently. And I was wrong. I thought it was only like 30 some months. It's actually the last 48 months, right? This last month was our 48th month where we've exceeded over 100K months consistently. And what I'm going to share with you today was what really got us to 8 figures in May, right? In May of this year is when we hit 8 figures, right? And it has a lot to do with caring, has a lot to do with empathy, has a lot to do with being in love with your ideal clients and the problem you solve and the payoff, right? That starts first before your product. You got to care more about the people you serve, the payoff that they get, the problem that you solve way before your product. You got to be in love with those more, right? Because here's the thing, people don't buy from the loudest voice. They buy from the one that feels them, right? And this 4-step process, I call the care to cash method, it's a framework that really represents a deeper level of relationship and alignment with your audience. And that's really what it's all about. It's about alignment. It's about engagement. The more aligned you are, the more engaged you are with your audience, the higher conversions. And it starts with the very first step, which is win hearts, right? Win marketing, show people that you care, right? Because when they find you, there's only 2 things that's going to happen when they find you, right? They will either want to forget about you or they'll want to focus more on you. That's it. That's only 2 things that are going to happen. And if you show up to win hearts, that's where it starts. They will want to focus more on you. When people see you, right? Because they are already buying. There are people out there that are already buying. They have a problem. They're looking for a solution. They're in some type of a pain that they want to move away from fast as possible, or a pleasure that they want to move towards fast as possible. They are already buying, but they just need to know that you exist, right? But when they see you for the first time, what you want them to feel is this person trying to get something from me? Or is this person constantly showing up and giving, right? And you want to be that type of a brand. You want to be that type of a person where when they see you, whether it's your long form, whether it's your shorts, whether it's your blog that they read, doesn't matter, whether it's just your content on Facebook or YouTube or even your ad. If you show up to win hearts and you're telling stories of why you're doing it, right? That you care enough to shoot this video, to write this blog, to run this ad, right? Because you understand them, that's how you win hearts. There's a young content creator, right? One of the things that he did, he started making motivational videos. And when he first started, most of his videos really got literally very little to no views. Then one day what he did was he just shipped it. Instead of trying to sound smart or impress people, he started making videos saying things like, if you're struggling right now, I see you. Don't give up. I've been there, right? And these short 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 60-second video clips started getting millions and millions and millions of views. Why? Because he wasn't showing up trying to impress. He showed up and showed that he cared. And that's how you win hearts, right? That's how you win hearts. So the key takeaway is when you guys are marketing, and we talk about this already, you have to create content, long form, short form. You have to create content to be seen, right? Whatever platform you're choosing, whether it's podcasting, whether it's running ads, whether it's your YouTube channel, whether you're writing your book, it doesn't matter. The first engagement is emotional. It's not what you know, right? It's not your brand. It's not your offer. It's the energy. It's the energy behind it. So step one is show up to win hearts, right? Show up to win hearts. Tony Robbins said, clarity breeds confidence. Confusion kills it. Because clarity equals more consumption. Consumption equals more conversions. So step two, after you have won hearts, is to win heads. Once you've won their heart, it's time to engage their mind. This is where you share your methods, you share your frameworks, you share your systems. Once they know you, if you're the right fit, that's a goal of winning heads, getting them to know you. And if you are the right fit, they'll pay attention to you. If you're not the right fit, they'll avoid you. And that's okay. Because not everybody's your ideal client, right? Not everyone is your client. And that's okay. Because once they get to know you, you may not be the right fit. And they'll avoid you. And that's okay, right? When you looked at Tesla, when Elon launched Tesla, he didn't just say, hey, guys, buy our car, right? He didn't say that. He educated people about not just the car, but clean energy. He talked about innovation. He talked about the future of transportation. He saw the vision of autonomous cars before anybody did, right? He saw that. There was a story of vision, and that's where you win heads, right? There was when the Epcot Center was opened, there was obviously, Walt Disney had passed away and his brother is running the company. And one of the reporters had said, aren't you, isn't it sad? It's a sad day, right? It's great. We're celebrating this, but wouldn't you wish that Walt Disney would have seen this? And his brother said, you got it all wrong. Walt Disney saw this before. His vision was this already, which is the reason why you're seeing it now, right? That's how you win heads. Just like Elon, he didn't just sell a product. He sold a philosophy. He sold a vision, right? That clarity alone won people's minds and built a whole movement around this brand, Tesla. And that's how you win heads. So for you, when people see you, right? And you wanting to share your methods, your frameworks, your systems, where I see people fail at every single day is when they create content. They're expecting, because they paid for that ad, or they did that podcasting, or they shot that long form video on YouTube, they're expecting people to go and click and buy, right? That's the ultimate failure, right? That's the ultimate. It will lead to massive frustration because it won't happen. It's kind of like winning heads is like you're walking up to a girl on the street and the very first thing you ask her is, hey, do you want to have 3.2 kids and live in a nice white picket fence house, right? It doesn't work that way. You win hearts and then you win heads. You got to get to know people, share. That's what you do. That's how you win heads. So the key takeaway is this. Don't just tell people what you do. Teach them why it matters, right? Why it matters and how it works. When people understand your method, they trust your mastery. And that's how you win heads. So for me, I'd send people to lead magnets. People have leveraged how to get people to know you, how to win heads. People would do podcasting, for example, and they give it all away right there, right? People are like, you're giving so much away. Why should they buy from you, right? Somebody's YouTube channel and you're watching them like, oh my God, an hour-long video. Why would you give that much away for free? In reality, that's how it should be. If one of the things that I'm looking for in terms of winning heads, when people watch this video or any video, any content of mine on YouTube, I want the highest comments that the pattern that I want to see, that I want all my viewers, my audience to see, to witness. People saying, oh my God, I can't believe he's giving this much away for free. That's how it should be. That's how you win heads. The more you give, the more you're going to get. The more you give, the more you're going to get. And then Zig Ziglar, one of my mentors when I started in sales, learning sales, he said, you can have everything you want in life if you just help enough other people get what they want, right? Because if you can truly help your ideal clients after they buy, achieve success, achieve results, then let's help them get results before they buy. And that's what step 3 is. Step 3 is about winning hands. This is about helping people achieve success, get results before they even buy from you. This is about adding value. When you give freely, people begin to like you. If they like you, they'll listen to you. If they don't like you, they'll leave you, right? And that's fine. Again, you're not the right fit, right? Winning hands is about adding so much value because in the marketplace, one of the things I learned from Tony says, in life, we are equal as souls, but we are not equal in the marketplace. You are not the value. In the marketplace, you are not the value that you are. You are the value that you add. You are not the value that you are. You are the value that you add. Okay? Win hands. Drew Manning, one of the best ways I watched him grow his business is he was the guy who built a fairly successful, is a 6-figure fitness company, right? And he launched this offer and he was trying to hit the 7-figure mark and he couldn't really crack the 7-figure mark. And one of the things that he found was he didn't really understand his ideal client. And when he was sharing content, they didn't feel understood by it. Why? Because he always had this body. He always was fit most of his life. He was fit. So he decided in his brilliance, he said, you know what? I'm going to get fat. I'm going to get fat on purpose. So in May of 2011, he decided for the next 6 months just to eat. He gained like almost 100 pounds. He got fat on purpose. And from November to the May, another 6 months, he decided to get fit again. So he went from fit to fat on purpose so that he understands what his ideal clients are going through because he never really understood it. He was always been a pretty healthy person and got fit and never really was fat. So he said, you know what? I need to understand. I need to serve my ideal clients. I need to show them how to get results in advance. And I'm going to get fit, right? Again, and that's what he did, right? And one of the things that Drew did was he, as a fitness coach, he gave away a free 7-day reset plan online, right? It was just free. So these people were getting massive results in just 7 days, right? No sales pitch, just real help. Thousands joined, right? And at the end of the 7 days, literally many asked, how can we work with you long-term? That free value turned into an 8-figure coaching launch, literally the year after, right? And after he went from fit to fat to fit, he didn't have to chase, he served. And that's how you win hands. You help people achieve success in advance. So the key takeaway here is this: serve first. When you add genuine value, you build likability, equity. I call it likability equity. The likability equity is having a lot of people that you can sell to that are actually ready to buy. And sometimes it's just timing that gets them to buy, but the likability equity is they're ready to buy. When the timing is right, when they're ready, when they can, when they find the resources or become resourceful and figure it out, they would rather buy from you than a stranger. That's likability equity, right? And people buy from people who they like and trust. And that's how you win hands. Help people get results in advance before they buy. And in sales, I believe that the goal isn't just to make money. When you're running a company, have offers, the goal is to make meaning, So share as much as possible. Tell people so that they can transform. Because telling more equals more transformation, and more transformation equals more transaction. So that's what step 4 is about. It's about winning handshakes, making offers, right? This is where what I believe people want, where want meets transaction. When you make your offer, people decide, do I want this person, right? Do I want you enough to take this next step? And if they want you, they will transact with you. And if they don't want you, they'll terminate the relationship. And again, that's okay. Winning handshakes is about way before the offer is actually made, right? Winning handshakes. That's already done. Way before you even share what your offer is, right? Most people want to buy it. I remember when I went to my very first Tony Robbins event in UPW, he added so much value that when I bought the UPW ticket, I already, before he even made the offer, whatever offer he was going to make there, because I knew he was going to make an offer, I had already made a decision I was already going to buy because he cared. He added so much value before, helped me get results already in my business and my relationship in my life that whatever he had, I was gonna go deeper with them. One of the things that happened in way back in the 80s, a real estate agent in Hollywood, there was a strike, a garbage strike, and garbage was piling because they couldn't come to an agreement with the unions, and it was piling up on the neighborhood. And he was like, and he lived there, and he's like, oh my god, like, it's starting to smell. So what he did was he spent months literally hiring people to haul away on his own dime garbage on flatbed trucks to the dump. People came home, they were super happy. All of a sudden, the garbage is not in front of their house anymore. They're like, yes, the strike is over. But then when they turn on the TV, they're like, wait, but the strike is still on. Who took away the garbage? And then this happened repetitively for months. And people are like, who did this, right? When they found out, he literally didn't have to list his services. He didn't have to sell. People found out what he did. And then cold leads literally went to warm handshakes because trust had already been earned. That's how you win handshakes, right? That's how you win handshakes. So the key takeaway of this is this. The handshake is symbolic. It's not the end of a relationship. It's the beginning of the partnership. And it starts way before an offer is made. Way before an offer is made. And that's how you win handshakes. And that is what I call the carrot to cash method. The 4-step process where when people see you for the first time, win hearts. Your job is to show people that you care. Win heads. This is where you then get logical, right? You move away from heart, away from emotion, to share with them logic, your authority, what you've been able to do, the problems you're able to solve, the solution that you have, how you are in the middle of it yourself, how you came out the other side. And that's how you got your ahas and your answers and your frameworks and your methods and your steps. Win hands, help people achieve success in advance through things like webinars or mini courses. You want to give a course away free, or lead magnet, or book a strategy call, whatever that is, right? Or buy a ticket to one of your low ticket events. Help people get results in advance. And when they do get results in advance, that's where you would then win handshakes. That's where you make your offer. So if you look at this whole thing, the final takeaway for you guys is this. When you lead with heart, you educate with head, you serve with hands, and connect through handshakes, you'll never, ever have to chase clients again. They'll chase you. And that is a carrot to cash method.